What up, y'all? What up? Y'all gonna have to let us know if the mics are working, if Josh has got an echo or not.
Yeah. Fam.
Microphone check.
There it is. We live.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut the music real quick because I want to make sure that Just Josh sounds good.
What up, fam? You need me to talk?
Yeah.
Should I be talking right? Hey.
Yeah. Hey, we getting 5 by 5s. We getting 5 by 5.
Live. 5 by 5, fam. 5 by 5.
Chia.
Okay.
Chia.
Okay. What up, Miss Sharon? Fam's in the building.
Just want to make sure everything. I got the live chat on the live chat and not that other shit.
The logistics. Work them out, PT.
Chia.
What
up?
Hey, man, I got to get my stuff together, bro. You look so cool down there. I got all of this. All right, never mind.
I know if you had a green screen, it would look like we're sitting right beside each other. Bro,
next time. I got one.
All right, let me check out the other scene. Y'all
Wait,
tell me.
Is that a good one? Because a lot of people doing it in the chat. Is that a good one or a bad one, bro? Let me.
What's that?
This one.
I don't have no idea. we got the phone cam up there. We got.
Let me stop following Capital.
Are we still good on the mic on this scene, y'all? Oh, I got a
5 by 5.
Man, I got the chat cut off. Why is the chat coming up? I got the chat.
What up, Thomas? Hava. Man, I ain't seen these people in so long, bro.
Why is that chat up there? That don't make no sense.
Nisha said 5 by 5 again, bro.
All right, we 5 by 5. Cool. All right, let me go back to the main joint because there's Gia. That'll work. Gia. So I know it's been a minute, man. I don't think me and you have done a live since like mid-year last year sometime.
It ain't been that long, bro. Fam, it's been that long.
It's been a minute since
all right.
Since I sent you an email.
Yeah.
It's been, I think, July. Time flies, man.
Bro.
Time flies, man.
All right.
I didn't think it was that long either, man. I was thinking like, well, we probably just did something like a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. For real.
But with move, I mean, shit, I've already been living in this house.
How long?
3 months almost.
Congrats, bro. Congrats.
Yeah, it's crazy,
it's nice, my G.
Crazy.
Yeah, congrats, bro. Y'all doing it, man. I love it.
Chill. Man, you on the last live stream, man, I was telling everybody about the Africa trip and everything you was going through because you had hit me up that morning, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to tap in on that, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro. So look, man, so many things mentally, bro. Like I experienced so many things, and we talked about a couple of them that I want to tap in with the fam about. And yes, primarily Africa, but just traveling outside the country, bro. There's so many things that we can talk about, and we'll see what the fam think about it, what they say about it. We'll chop it up.
Chia.
Yeah, bro. So what y'all want to know? What y'all want to know?
All right, so let me question you to death real quick.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you got rid of the Just Josh channel. We haven't talked about it. You got rid of the Just Josh channel. You wanted a clean start.
Yeah.
So for the first time, the last live was the first time I ever mentioned about the new Apocalyptic Awakening.
Yeah, bro. That's it.
That's the new Just Josh channel. Just for all y'all that might not know, I was finally allowed to say.
No, come on, bro.
I mean, you said a few months back, you were like, man, look, people done found it. It is what it is. I don't care if you mention it. But we had talked about it. I was like, man, I'm just going, I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know
appreciate
what I mean?
you.
Let you do you, shit.
Yeah.
But Apocalyptic Awakening, now I ain't got to worry about it because there was a couple times I almost slipped and I was like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But it is what it is. But
See,
but
I
you
didn't.
but you are on YouTube.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Not
And
quite as much. It's random. It's sporadic. Here and there. But if you ever want to get a little bit of just Josh, there is a place you can go to find some of my stuff. Yeah.
right, right. And maybe Candle or Nisi can drop the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
What
So
up,
people
fam?
can tap in over there. If they want to check it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
But
I'm
but
alive.
but
Hmm.
anyway, so you decided. When did you decide that you were gonna
Yeah.
go to Africa, dog?
All right, man. All right. So this is how we do it. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'll be over here grinding and working. So we planned this trip 2 years ago. That's how it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah.
pricey. Yeah, 2 years ago. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The last 3 months, like you've been paying flights, this, that. The
Right.
last 2 or 3 months, bro, I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good move. I don't know if what I'm saying, if the world gonna collapse. I don't know if we're gonna get stuck out because things are always kind of crazy,
Right.
especially when you talk about preparedness. You're telling people, look, no frivolous spending. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, we planned it 2 years ago. Time came, the world hadn't collapsed, everything was still okay. So okay, well, let's do it. Let's go. So that's how that worked out. And me, I pay the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy, so I kind of just pay, and I don't worry about the details. I just pay and kind of show up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
and just so there's some detail. That you said something about there was like five of y'all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So me, my old lady, my fiance, my old lady, her her brother. This was her brother's 50th like birth. He's a photographer, so he wanted to get all the animal safari and stuff. So this is his 50th birthday kind of gift, whatever, and his wife, Liz.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. Oh, and his daughter, 22. She just graduated college, so he was giving that to her as a gift. So it was five of us.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope.
yeah, man.
Man, that's
Yeah,
a hell of a trip, man. That ain't like going down, Florida for the weekend or something. Like going to Africa. How long did y'all go for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Now this
This
is what trips me out. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you straight, bro. This was our biggest. All right, let me put it in context. Okay,
All
just
right.
put it in context. So my fiance's brother, the one who's turning 50, Aaron, him and his wife, they live abroad. They work from home. They sold their houses and they just live abroad. So what they'll do is they'll call the family and they're like, "Hey, look, we're in Hawaii for 6 months. Any family that wants to come, you catch the flight. We got room and board for you." You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Right.
So they're all over the planet, and we kind of just we tag along. So
Cool. Cool.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so this is what trips me out though. You're out there for 2 weeks, and we
Yeah,
can tap into like all the shit you seen. Because I want you to tell some of the things to everybody in the chat that you was telling me, man. Because it's it's eye
it
opening. You know
is.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
what's crazy is you're there for two
yeah.
weeks. You're doing your thing. Y'all are
Mm-hmm.
having the time of your life. Everything's going good, and on the last day is
Okay.
when bananas happened.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
And it wasn't no joke neither. It ain't like you text me and you were bullshitting and just had a story to tell. Like you got video proof. Like this shit really went down.
Bro, I'm gonna send you the other videos that I got because that one was probably it was so frantic. That was probably like the lamest one. I got other videos where it's like, oh
But
damn,
but you could in the video because I shared it on my live on the last live. In the video,
good,
you
thank
could
you.
see the tear gas. You could hear the gunshots. You could hear the tear gas gunshots. You could see the people running in the streets. And you could
Yeah, man.
tell you were up on that balcony right above all the action that was going down.
Yeah,
Like it's crazy as shit. So there was kind of like I guess you would call it like an uprising.
yeah,
And you're 4 hours away from jumping on a plane and coming back home to America.
yeah, man.
And all
I'll,
hell breaks loose.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll paint the picture for you guys if you want me to.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So look. So this was the last day. that we were there in Nairobi, Kenya. The first day, I just want to put it in context so you get a picture. But the first day we were there, happy go lucky, all of us, we were like, hey, let's go walk. We got to the hotel in Nairobi. We're just there. We're like, let's go walking down the street just to kind of get a taste of the culture and see what's going on and stuff. So, bro, we left the hotel and we were walking. Now look, context, all things considered. So I'm 100% black guy. I can camouflage, fam. Hey, Chad, I can camouflage in Africa, and nobody's gonna bother me as long as I don't talk. They speak English. They all speak English, but it's primarily Swahili. Okay. So if I don't say anything, I'm good. They ain't gonna bother me. But I got my fiance, which she's mixed, black and white, so she's light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Her brother, light skinned. He's mixed. He looks like some supermodel, strong chin, muscles, that type of thing. And his old lady, she's 100% white. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so you feel me, right?
Y'all definitely vacationers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the first day we were like, we're just gonna go walk and get a feel for it. So we left the hotel. We were just walking, bro. And when I tell you, everybody was like watching us. We went to this market, and immediately they saw Liz. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, when we have a problem with hotels, with airplanes, we put Liz on it, bro, and Liz gets that shit done, bro. She's like, we're gonna handle this, and Liz takes care of it for us. Gotcha. But we were walking, and like we went to the market, and let me see if I can get this right. Our dollar, they use shillings, Kenyan shillings, but our dollar, for $1, it's like, what is it? 3 to 1. It's 3 to 1. 3 to 1. That's the conversion.
So somewhat around like 100 shillings would be $1.
No. So 100 shillings would be 30 cents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we go to the market, bro, and like as soon as they see Liz and they peep us out, they're like, hey, come buy something. They're hassling us, grabbing us. Come, can you buy this? Can you get this, please? Can you just give me some money? I know you're Americans. Da, 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 da. And we're like, nah, this is too much. This is absolutely too much. So then we turn around and go back to the hotel, and bro, there's like 20 people following us, like 6 blocks back to the hotel.
Wow.
That's the atmosphere, right?
Right.
Okay, so now that you got a taste of that, the last day we decided we weren't walking anywhere. We're just taking Ubers. We go to a place, go in, whatever we got to do, get the Uber and get back, because that's how it was. But the last day we said we're going to walk back to the hotel. We went to some restaurant and we said we're going to walk back. And I was like, what? We're going to walk back? Oh,
shit.
Yeah, bro. So it's probably like a mile. And so we got our food, we ate, we sat down, and then we started walking back. And I'm telling you, so I'm leading the pack, bro. We just walking. And like I'm leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really bothering us because we're just walking. We ain't really talking to nobody. There's a couple whistles. Hey, Americans, da 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 da. But we're walking, and then so once we get close to the hotel, we start to notice there's crazy traffic. Like they don't they don't have stoplights. There's no traffic lights anywhere in the entire city, tribe.
That's wild.
I need you to let that sink in, bro. Intersection.
There's only 2 traffic lights in my whole county. So I'm with you, man. Yeah, it's dope here, man. It's dope, but I know it's totally different than here,
bro. There are 9 million people in Nairobi. It's like New York on steroids. On steroids, bro.
Wow.
Beat up mopeds, beat up taxis, just 5 people on the moped, one about to fall off, people on top of cars and buses. It's chaotic. No traffic lights. I'm like, how do y'all do this? But we're walking. Traffic's crazy. We're going to the hotel, bro, and we're like, we wanted to get something to eat before we got on the plane and got everything. And when we get to the hotel, we see all these people on top of it, and they're all just staring. So we're like, oh, what's up with that? I'm like, I don't know. We're sweating, funky from walking. So we get to the hotel, and then they're like, get inside. Now we're like, what the hell? So we get inside. They lock the doors, and they were protesting like right down the street, protesting and rioting. A YouTuber got killed for talking bad about the commissioner, the police commissioner. Commissioner didn't like it. They picked up the guy, drove him 350 kilometers away, and he died while being held in a
What?
jail. So yeah.
Now,
So
let me ask real quick. Was this YouTuber African or was he
yeah.
visiting?
No, African.
It was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
African. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah. Seriously. And so we found out that later, but we made it to the hotel. They put us in the hotel, and at first it was just kind of like, okay, well, okay, let's get everything together and get ready to leave in a couple hours. So we went upstairs, and I'm chilling. I'm still chilling. Long Island iced tea, best one I ever had. I'm sitting up there chilling. I'm at the very top of the hotel, and all of a sudden we start hearing people just screaming. Ah, ah. We're like, what is that? And then we start hearing gunshots, like bam, loud gunshots. And I remember the girl who brought me my Long Island iced tea. The gunshots were so loud that she was like, ugh, like she was about to drop the drink. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's up? She's like, I don't know. She dropped off the drink and she left. Then the bartender left. And then the shots got closer and louder, and you could hear people just kind of just like, protest type stuff.
Right.
So then we went down 2 floors where everybody was at, looking over one of the. That's where I think the video was at. We were looking over, and like literally, these dudes had hammers. They don't have, pistols, right? They don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah,
So they had sledgehammers, and they were banging on the street and breaking up the road to get like things to throw at the police.
damn.
Oh yeah, bro. So it was wild, and like you just see people running. And then we just heard
How did you feel when that shit started happening and they started getting close to the hotel? How was you feeling, man? Was you afraid?
okay, I got you. So that was the thing. So once we realized what was going on, it was like, oh, it's just some protest. Ain't no big, protest. It's down the street. We're good. But when it got close and we actually start seeing like, they said it was the police, but they looked like military. When we actually seen them shooting tear gas and shooting in the air and like right there, that's when everything changed, because the workers at the hotel started to leave, and it got real. And
Why
one guy from the hotel.
they left because they were scared something might go down?
All right, so yeah, so this is when my preparedness like ideas. This is when I got like a little like worried. Because when they left, I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, we don't know where we're at. Like, we don't know how to leave or how to get out. You're in somebody else's hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know exactly how these people, like, think.
You're in Africa. Fuck a hood. You're in a whole nother continent. Like, you.
Nah, bro, it's wild. nah, it's really wild, right?
Like
It's wild.
the first thing that popped in my mind was War Games Wednesdays with POTB. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I was like, I know we have probably
Bro,
done a War Games Wednesday about some of this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
bro, look, I don't want to make it sound bad, but like, I don't know, man. So I don't know how these people roll. I don't know how extreme this is gonna get. I know we got to be out of here in 4 hours, but the staff was saying, look, it gets crazy at night out here, and they could lock down the whole block. Like whole thing could just get crazy because there's no street lights, and it's you know what I'm saying? It's different, bro. It's really different. And so they were like, we don't know how bad it's gonna get, but you guys need to be trying to get out of here. And that's when like my wheels started turning. I was like, wait a minute, this could really get bad.
Yeah.
And so that's when I was like, well, let me record this. And then as soon as I started recording, there was a guy and he was screaming from the hotel. I guess he was pissed, but he was screaming. And that's when they shot the tear gas in our direction at
Oh
the
shit.
bottom floor. And bro, I was trying to do my thing and record. I was like, man, I got, this is what we talk about. I got to get this. So I was trying to record,
Yeah.
but then the smoke came in, and I remember just like coughing, like seriously, just cough. And then my lady was like, we got to go. And I was like, no, I'm all right. And then it hits your face, bro, and it just burns. It burns your eyes, it burns your skin, it burns your hands, everything. And I was like, this is getting too real for me.
Yeah.
So we went So we went downstairs and we kind of
Let me just real quick. What
yeah
was you kind of in shock,
yeah.
like almost like, man, this can't be. This is the last day we here. We've had a great time. Like, how could this can't be? Like, I'm just trying to
I
picture
promise.
myself being in that situation. Like, is this really happening?
Yeah, no, I promise you. I was like, ain't this a bottle? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like I can't. Yeah, none of us could believe it. And then like my old lady, I'm like, man, get in here, and she want to be out looking and trying to, you know what I'm saying, put something. I'm like, get your behind back over. Yeah, but
Yes.
bro, so on top of all of that, when like the whatever it is, it's like whatever the military vehicles that they're in, when they got close right in front of the hotel, bro, and they was just like bussing, and you could like feel it. I was like, man, I swear, I wish I had my plates in my AR. That was, bro,
Yeah.
that was the first time I had ever really thought. Like we talk about preparedness. That was the first time I was like, look, if they come in here doing some stupid stuff, they looking for Americans. They just on some crazy stuff. Like we have nothing.
Yeah. Y'all are fucked.
We don't know where to run.
Excuse my language, but
Yeah, like we have nothing, bro.
oh,
And
okay.
that was
I gotta ask this because you
come
said
on.
there's a white woman with y'all.
Yeah. Liz,
I
I
can't
love Liz.
imagine how scared she had to be, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, bro.
not you know, no race
Yeah,
shit,
I
but
love Liz. Yeah,
here it is. I'm putting myself in her shoes. I'm the
yeah,
white girl. I'm in
yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
And now the uprising, all shit's all hell. I mean, I know I'm done for. You know, I'm gonna be the
All
first
right.
motherfucker out
Yeah,
this joint. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Bro, we couldn't find Liz.
Really?
Yeah, we couldn't find her.
Was
Yeah,
she? What?
Liz.
She went and hid?
Yeah, bro, Liz had enough. Liz was going, bro. No, I'm serious. We spent 15 minutes going through the whole hotel. Like, where the hell is Liz? Like, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way. We gotta find her. Man,
Wow.
Liz, hey, she's the smartest one. She had went down to like the little restaurant area, and Liz was sitting there like away from like all the noise and everything and the smoke. She was just sitting there chilling. She had a bottle of water, and I think she had a salad. She's like, I don't have time for this shit. She was like,
Dang.
I don't have time for this. She was stressing, but she was chilling. It was like, we
Oh
found
shit.
her. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Liz is
I
cool,
didn't mean to
man.
cut you off. I know you're in the middle. Okay, so they're pulling up.
Yeah,
You can feel the blasts from their
yeah, bro.
guns and tear gas. You can feel the vibrations when they let them motherfuckers off.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, I guess I don't know if it's the flashbangs, maybe the flashbangs or something. They were shooting like right outside the hotel.
How how
And you
how,
got,
how
hmm?
many? Just if you could guesstimate
Yeah,
how many police and stuff and how many rioters when it was at its peak where you were at
man.
in the middle of it.
The riders probably, I don't know, 200, 300.
Holy
But
shit.
bro,
Cause I didn't see that in the video. I seen probably 30 or 40. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
but you don't understand, bro. Fam, chat. This is Africa. They roll different, dog.
Yeah,
They roll different. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
it's different. Like they were shooting tear gas at people, and it's just different.
right.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, look, this ain't good. We gotta figure out how we're gonna get out of here. So we had an Uber, so it was supposed to pick us up. But bro, the streets around the hotel, they had been tearing them up to get rocks to throw at them. So I know nobody was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like they had then cleared it. It was just people just fighting and throwing stuff.
Damn.
So yeah. So we're like, look, dude, we can't miss this flight. We gotta get back to the States.
Yeah.
And we called 3 Ubers. Nothing. Nothing. And so, but we had this one guy, bro. It was an Uber we had used earlier in the week. And he was like, look, don't worry about Uber. He's like, I need the money. Just call me direct. I'll
Right.
come direct. And he was cool as hell. So it was like, what about that one guy? So we called him up. And he was like, I'm coming no matter what. Because, give him a little tip and it changes everything. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm coming no matter what. I'm going to be there. And I don't know how he got there, bro, but We told him, he's like, we got the tip for you, bro. We just got to get out of here. Hey, he showed up. I don't know how he showed up.
Yeah,
And look,
but you gotta explain that scenario too, because it wasn't like he just showed up, y'all jumped in the car and left. Like there was a situation when he got there when y'all had to
oh
leave.
yeah, yeah. All right, so that's another thing about the states, bro. Um, we don't have what they call corruption. And I think it's the same as in Mexico, probably Thailand. Corruption, and we were clowning about it. After we finally got out of there, we were laughing, and we were like, "What's up with corruption?" Because they got signs everywhere, no corruption zone. He was like, "Oh, corruption is a bribe. You just pay a bribe, and okay, the airport. If you don't want your bags checked, there's a corruption free sign in front of that place,
Uh-huh.
so you can pay a bribe, and they won't check your baggage. You just I said, how much is the bribe? He said, oh, maybe 200 or 300 shillings. What's that, like $2, $3, something like that?
Yeah, that's super
And
cheap.
you don't check your bags. You just go. It's corruption everywhere like that. But no, so he made it into the hotel, and look, there's a lot of stuff I'm not telling. So this hotel, it's in the middle of Nairobi. It's called the Best Western of Nairobi, right? So it's like
Okay.
the closest you can get to like an American Best Western.
Right.
Bro, to get in this place, when we first arrive, the girl goes around the vehicle, the taxi, with a mirror, like she's looking for bombs.
Damn,
Bro,
that's like trying to
bro,
get on base here.
no, bro. When they did this, and you got to stop in the front of the hotel has those like the metal round cylinders that go in the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
talking about?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pylons or something. They go down and you can drive.
Yeah.
So we pulled up like, man, what is she looking for? Like, what do we not know? Like, do people come in here with bombs? And legit, bro, she was had the mirror. She was looking all around the car. She looked inside and stuff, and they let us in. So that's the environment. But the guy showed up and he was there. He was like, I'm here outside the hotel. We was like, look, let's go now. So we grabbed everything. He helped us throw it in the car. And then he was like, at that time, like the military or whatever they were, they had surrounded kind of like the whole hotel. And he was like, this might not work. It was like, bro, we gotta catch our flight. He was like, let me talk with him. Let me see, maybe a bribe, maybe corruption.
Right. They.
Like, we'll pay whatever to get on
Yeah.
this 15, 16 hour flight to get back to the States.
Yes, sir. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. So he was like, yeah, we got you on the tip, homie. We got a fat $20 bill for you, bro. We got you. He was like, okay, I'm going. So he got out, and bro, like when I tell you, he was like bending down, and he slowly walked over to one of the guys with the flashbang thing. He was like, he said something to him. Then the other guy went. He talked to the other guy, and he came back. He was like, okay, I forgot how much he asked us for. He said, yeah, okay, they'll take the bribe. Bro, we paid in US cash. It was $10, $15, bro. It was like, huh, yeah, there you go. There you go. And he took it to him. And then the two guys, they just kind of turned them back. And then the little thing came up and we took off, bro. We was out.
Gone.
So yeah. It was hectic. I got a taste of a whole lot really quick. Really quick.
But in all honesty, you was probably this close to being stuck in Africa in the middle of a riot for like days, because if you wouldn't have caught that flight, you would have been
Yeah.
stuck at that hotel and all that shit would have kept. I mean, is there
Yeah. That's
is
what I
there
was
any
worried
way
about.
to find out what happened after y'all left? Do you know anything that had happened after y'all left?
I mean, you could probably Google some stuff on YouTube, but I don't know. I think that next day things kind of tapered off and died down. I don't know exactly what happened, but bro, it was so hectic. And I just remember thinking like these people don't even have firearms here. You know what I'm saying? Like they were beating up the ground with a sledgehammer to get rocks and bricks to throw at the people. So I could imagine if something ever got out of control here, like really out of control. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
it would be.
let me tell you, man, this shit that's been going on in L.A. and then it fired up in Chicago, a little bit in New York.
Yep.
Do you know that they were carrying hammers in their backpacks and they were breaking up the sidewalks to throw pieces of the sidewalk at the police?
Come on, bro.
They've been talking about it all on the news and everything, man. The YouTubers, everything, man. That's what they were doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, bro. It was okay. So then I'll tell you some other stuff too. So, uh, bro, the 2 weeks other than that last day, it was actually really fun. We saw it was beautiful. Look, fam, the temperature there. I know. I thought the Serengeti, Kilimanjaro, safaris. I thought it would be scorching. The average temperature was 70 degrees. When the sun went down, it went down to 65. It was the perfect over there.
Really?
But yeah, bro. Everything that I had in my head is just different. Yeah, but there's no place like home. Nothing beats the United States of America. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Let me ask this question just so the chat can feel you.
Come on.
When's the next time you gonna visit Africa?
I ain't going, bro. I'm one and done. What? I'm good. I'm done. No, I'm home.
You got your experience, and that experience is over, and you good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't think I'm going anywhere for a minute. Okay. So some of the other things that we were worried about when we were there, right?
All right. Yeah.
Travel bans, right? I ain't getting into all that other stuff, but travel bans. So I do remember being in a hotel and we were watching, and they were talking about new travel bans that were supposed to be coming. And my dad actually called me because the time was flipped. It was 12, 13 hours flipped from U.S. to, so I could call the U.S. at like 8 o'clock at night, and it would be like 7 in the morning here. Something it's flipped. But we would watch the news, and there were travel bans like Egypt, Somalia, certain parts of Africa. So we were like, hey, we might have to get the hell up out of here early because travel bans. And
so they could ban you from leaving where you were at.
See, I don't know exactly how it worked, but you don't want to be outside the U.S. when they're talking about banning travel to a specific. Yeah. So my dad was like, hey, you better keep watching because, and so I think there's like 16 more places. Okay, look, Nigeria. You ever met any Nigerians?
Yeah.
They're about to be banned, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I laying rug. I laid carpet in a couple different Nigerians' homes, and it was not good. Like it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's everybody, but man, I tell you what, we even did a room in a Nigerian. They drove Mercedes Benzes. This home was a mansion. They were government Nigerian.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did the carpet in their house, and the way I took it, I was like, man, where they come from, they probably don't have carpet and stuff like that, so they don't worry about cleaning it that much, because it was like the carpet was just filthy, but it was, it was all nice shit. Like they had, furniture was super expensive furniture. Their cars were, Mercedes Benzes and all this shit. That the dude was in a tie, great big dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, that's what I'm saying.
It was just kind of dirty. You know what I mean?
Bro, but that's what I'm saying though. See, like a lot of stuff that I'm saying is like I'm visually picturing it, but I can't express the words. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like Africa, it's different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that kind of way. It's just things like that. It's different. The mentality. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Look, we talked about this one. Hey, fam, to the people in chat, I just want y'all to know that our food is killing us. I just want y'all to know that. Our food is killing us here in the United States of America. Yeah. We talked about it.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Tell them about the two gangster dudes and the little girl.
Okay. So when I say it's different, I mean it's different. The water is not drinkable. Before I went, bro, I had to go, like, there were like 2 shots that I had to get. And I know nobody wants to play that game, but you have to go to these places because it's so different. she was like, "Don't drink the water." The doctor I went to, don't drink the water no matter what. She's like, "Don't even brush your teeth with the water. Bottled water." She was like, if you get bit by a dog and any type of animal, a monkey, which the monkeys will bite your ass out there. She's like, that is a medical emergency and you must go directly to the hospital. I didn't see no hospitals like that out there.
Yeah.
But I stay away from the monkey. But they roll different. So everything's bottled water. No one there drinks the tap water. Even the people that live there, they can't drink the tap water. I'm sure some do, but so that day before,
it'll kill you.
yeah,
It'll give you malaria, all kinds of different shit.
Parasite, bro. Look, all right. This is another thing. I gotta do this video. So check these out, right? This is what we took, my old lady and me, right?
Right.
Life Straw Go. It filters water anywhere. It's like a metal Yeti thermos,
right?
But it's water filtration. So I brought this just to be on the safe side. She brought this grill. I got to do a video on these. This is supposed to be the #1 water purification deal.
Just real quick, man. Not trying to cut you off. Don't lose your train of thought. But every about 3 or 4 seconds, you're freezing up on mine. Is that the same thing for y'all, chat? Is just Josh freezing up on y'all like every 2 seconds? You come right back, but it's freezing a little bit. I just want to know if is it just me, or is it for everybody? Because like when you're showing your bottles and shit, I mean we got to see them and shit, but I just want to see if it's just me, then I ain't worried about it.
No, I think I think I'm seeing it too, on my phone in the live stream.
Oh, are you? I mean, it's good though because your voice is good. It could be my connection because I got this thing something about bitrate something. But anyway, go ahead with your story. Yeah, they're seeing it too. Yep. But we're all good though. Y'all still can see what's going on and shit. We're good.
My bad, fam. I have no control over it. All right, so you don't drink the water, and that's just what we learned. But that day we were walking back to the hotel before the riot stuff. We were just walking. It's probably a mile, bro. And it's like I said, it's crazy out there. But I pick up, bro. I pay attention to my surroundings. I don't know if it's prepared and stuff, but so we were walking. Like I said, nobody was really bothering us. Me, Liz, the whole crew. We were just walking back to the hotel, and bro, I saw like the 3 most gangsterest guys that I had seen the whole time I was there walking in front of us. Like they had to be gangster, but it was a different type of gangster.
Yeah, we talking
like
African these dudes, gangsters.
Bro, they had tattoos all on their face, tattoos everywhere. They had to be gangster, and you could kind of tell from the way they were walking. But check it out. So I was looking, and like their shoes, they had on like these flip flops that just had been like all beat to hell. Like their feet, it looked like their feet were just done. Like it was. They just didn't look like very clean people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't like the Air Force Ones with the jeans and the gold chain gangsters we got out here. But I could tell they were gangster, and so we were just walking, and there was this lady sitting on the side of the curb. She was homeless or something, but she had her daughter, and the daughter had a little cup up. In Africa, you know what I'm saying? Picture the scene.
Yeah.
Little daughter had a cup up, and like this dude, literally, one of the gangster dudes, literally grabbed a halfway filled water bottle out of the back of his pocket. And when we were walking, he poured half of it into this little girl's cup. I guess because it was clean drinking water, and she drank that like it was the best thing on the planet, bro. And then he put the top back on it, put it back in his pocket. They roll different out there, bro.
Yeah, that's wicked. I mean, if you think
they just roll like it's little things, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you see a mother and a child in New York and they're homeless, you're gonna give them $5. You're gonna,
Yeah.
But it's so rough out there that they actually just give her a cup of water.
Yeah.
Like that's rough, man. That's rough.
Hey, bro, I would never drink that water bottle behind that dude. And I don't know if they had ever seen each other before, but they didn't even think twice. He grabbed that water bottle and poured it into her little cup. And she would just drink it. And I was just like, yeah, no, this is different.
Yeah.
It's different. That brings me to the food, bro. The food. I learned a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I learned a lot. Because I pay attention, and this life experience, I try to take it all in. Hey fam, this food is killing us. Look, try. They had no fast food restaurants out there. None. What
None.
they had? They had one, but it was far in between, and I don't think anybody could even afford to like go there.
Right.
Chicken in. No McDonald's, no Wendy's, no none of that.
No Seven
Nothing.
Elevens, Sheets, Wawas.
They had these gas stations. I don't know what they were called, but like I don't know, off the main highway, they had these nice gas stations that like cars would pull in and get petrol, that type stuff. But that was it.
How,
Uh,
did you see how much gas was out there? How much were they paying for gas out there?
I didn't, bro. I
No.
should have looked, bro. I should have looked, but let me tell you, when we would stop at these like nice gas stations, we would stop, and mind you, we were in a safari vehicle. It's like a 1982 Land Cruiser. It's all metal. It's safari type. You know what I'm saying? Off
Yeah.
road, 4-wheel drive type of thing.
Right.
But as soon as we would stop, everybody would know that this is safari and be like they're foreigners. So they would just like bombard the all the windows, bro. Bam, bam. I, they would bombard us, right? So we learned the best way to not get like bombarded from like people asking you for stuff was just close the window and play like you sleep.
Ah, yeah.
No, bro, you don't understand, fam. Y'all don't understand. So the first time we got caught, we stopped and the windows were open, and like I was just chilling. I'm Mr. Nice Guy, and it's like it's a setup because they're selling stuff, but it's like the Maasai. It's the Maasai tribe that's predominant out there. So you get the full deal. It's these tribal women, with the beads, like the ones you think you see out in like, what I'm saying, like Africa.
Right. Right.
All the beads, like the massage, the beads all over, the head dressings, the African outfits and stuff.
Right.
So we'd be sitting there, bro, and legit, like they would come over to the window. Like I'd be sitting there and I'd be talking to Liz. I'd be like, Liz, this is crazy. And she'd be like, oh, I can't deal with it. And one lady reached through the window and she grabbed me. She was like, hi. They speak English. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? She's like, do you have kids? she's, she's like, do you like it here? And they get you into a conversation. It's like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, okay, can you buy some beads? It's really cheap. We need water. Da, 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 da. It's a setup, bro. But it's just
Yeah.
like it's heartbreaking, bro. Because you're like, okay, a shilling, I can give this woman
30
you know,
cents.
yeah, 2-3
Yeah.
shillings,
But
But
you go
then
and do
every time,
that, then you got to give everybody 30 cents.
bro, it was one day he was like, I'll be back tomorrow. I was like, God, like, nah, it's hardcore. When you give one, then everybody comes. So it was like we would just play like we sleep. We would close the windows and just play. They'd be knocking.
Yeah. I would
It's an
imagine.
adventure.
I would imagine that like some of them too. Like let's say you felt for one of the younger people out there and you gave them a $20 bill. They could possibly be murdered for that $20 bill 20 minutes later.
Bro, I did that once. Bro. When we first got there to the hotel, the concierge, how do you say it? The guy who takes your luggage.
Yeah, I
Man,
think that's it.
everywhere we went, bro, I'm just people taking your luggage, they taking it off you. I'm just like, bro, chill out. I got it. Because they trying to get shillings.
Right.
I think the average Kenyan, they said the average Kenyan makes, it was something like $5 a day. You know what I'm saying? So
And
$5.
that's probably people that work and they are
Yeah,
doing pretty good.
yeah. So the first day, the concierge, he was just so cool, bro. Anything I needed, like he was like, boom, 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 bags. You need anything? I got you. Da, 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 da. So yeah, I messed around and because I was so impressed, bro, I tipped him a 20. He got that 20 truck. He was like, he put it in his pocket. He said, sir, if you need anything at all, sir, I love you. I got you. If you need anything, I
Hell
was like, wait a
yeah.
minute, wait a minute, like what? You know what I'm saying? And every time he saw me, like he would ignore everybody, and he would, you know what I'm saying? How are
Yeah.
you today? Do you need anything? Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, I'm good, man. I appreciate you. I'm good. He's like, anything, I got you. Anything. Yeah, man, it's wild.
That's
It's wild.
wild, man. That's wild.
But I want to tap in about the food though, bro.
All right.
All right. So look, fam, y'all know I talk too much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting older in age. You know what I'm saying? 48. A little bit of hypertension, and it runs in my family. Fam, I take my one little pill and I'm good. I keep it moving. I try to eat good. But on the weekends, I'm gonna have my pizza. Friday, Saturday, I'm probably gonna get me a double bacon cheeseburger with some fries. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend. Sunday, I don't know if I might do some wings. I don't know. But I know that if I eat that much junk, the next 2 days, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom at night once or twice. I'm older. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blood pressure's probably gonna be just a little bit higher, you know.
Yeah.
But fam, while I was there, I guess because there wasn't any fast food, there wasn't any McDonald's, Wendy's, you name it. I was eating this. It's like buffets, but I was eating like stewed chicken and stewed beef, and like ooh, they got the stuff called ugali, and you know what I'm saying. Just I guess just eating good food, bro. Nothing had
Raw.
salt in it.
Raw food.
Yeah,
Real
nothing,
raw food. Not
bro. My
raw
blood.
as in not cooked, but just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. After 2 days, I checked my blood pressure. You know, 'cause I'm in the medical field. I checked it while I'm there. It was lower than it had ever been in almost my life. I was like,
Wow.
what in the world? The bathroom stuff, none of that, bro. I felt good. I had energy. And look, okay, so it's buffet style, but at dinner, I was like, it's like I want a Coke, a Sprite, just something to wash this down. So you have to order it, and I think it was like I don't know, it's a couple shillings. You know, the Coke was like $1.10 because it's Coke.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, can I get a Coke? She was like, yeah, Coke. So she goes and gets it and she comes back with like the little 6 ounce, what is it, 4 ounce, 6 ounce, the small cans.
Little tiny joints.
Man, I'm like, what is this? This is 2 swallows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What is the Coke at? Bro, and it's hot. It's hot. You gotta ask them for ice, bro. Cause they don't do it like that.
But can you trust the ice out there? Like how do you even trust the ice out there?
Yeah. So where we were staying, we found out that like, yeah. So when we did safari, this was the fancy part. When we did safari, we stayed at these lodges. And the lodges, bro, there were very little Americans out here. It was primarily the Chinese are maniacs. I love the Chinese people, but they're maniacs, bro. Chinese, straight up Chinese, they're maniacs.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of Europeans, a lot of Germans, and Indians. I guess because they're closer to
Oh
Africa.
yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I almost have to go off on this Chinese chick. They're maniacs, bro.
What do you mean? You gotta
They're maniacs. Hey, you ever been to like a more like a hotel like breakfast where it's like they do the omelet station? You know how
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
That's what saved us for breakfast because they had all types of like Kenyan pork and beans for breakfast. They had all this weird stuff for breakfast, bro. I'm like, this ain't breakfast. What are
Right.
pancakes? But they had a omelet station at this resort, safari resort. So I was standing in line to get my omelet. And I'm waiting. And then there was this group of like Chinese people. And like this one, she was a maniac, bro. So I'm standing in line, right? And you know, I'm just waiting. She's cooking she's got 2 omelets going. One omelet's one of them. There's another person that's waiting. This Chinese chick, she just came and like literally pushed me out the way. Like, and I'm like, wait, I'm what in the and she just stood there. She's like, okay, I need 4 omelets now. I got 4 people. And she was like, no, I don't want this one and I don't want that one. And the chick was trying to tell her, like, these ain't for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, excuse me. She looked at me, bro, and did not move. She said, I need 4 omelets now. I want this, and this. And bro, me and the other person.
They think they reign supreme out there and everybody
Bro,
else.
they maniacs. And this didn't happen one time. There was like 2 other times when, like, at the buffet, you wait your turn politely. You everybody, the line's moving. You get a scoop of this, and you go to the next one. You get a scoop of that. Bro, they were literally pushing me out the way, like everybody. I think this German. There was a German chick, and she didn't speak English. She went off on him in German, and finally the chick was like, she kind of like chilled out or whatever. No, they're maniacs, bro. Like Chinese,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah,
Maniacs.
we've been hearing about how they're deep out there in Africa because you know they're sending a lot of Chinese out there to do the work to get all
Yeah,
the
there are.
resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there are. Seriously, seriously,
And
seriously. But
they're putting a lot of money into Africa, so they say.
no, you can tell they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Bro, some of the roads. So like the history, the way it went. The first day we stayed at the hotel in Nairobi, that whole deal. But then after that, we had a safari driver for 6 days who stayed with us. You know what I'm saying? Six
Right.
days. And he drove us to the different lodges, like 2 nights at one lodge, 2 nights at a different lodge. Each lodge was probably 150 miles apart. He was our guy. Uh, but a lot of the shops that he would stop at so we could either shop or, you know, use the bathroom, whatever, Chinese people owned them.
Like like
Out, out, yeah.
like when you were going from lodge to lodge, like it's not a little 20-minute drive. We're talking.
3 4 hours. No, no, no. To go 100 miles was like 5 hours because there's no
Wow.
traffic light. There's no traffic lights, bro. I couldn't figure out how they were driving. It's just crazy. And he told us the main highways. What was it? What was it? France built the main highways, right? And the highways had like these huge potholes, so we would have to slow down like 10 miles an hour. And I should have took videos.
Because they're not
I'm pro-
fixing shit. It ain't like
no,
America where they fix the roads when there's a pothole. Like these potholes just keep growing and been there for years.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But this is kind of the outskirts of the city. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like the lodges. The lodges are national parks. Serengeti, Kilimanjaro, the parks, Ambulesi, the Lions Gate Park, that type of stuff. Yeah,
And you're going to see the wild animals, lions, and shit like that.
yeah, man. It's wild out there, bro. It's wild out there. We were rolling. One morning we were rolling. I like the hyenas. Don't ask me why. We were rolling, bro, and we roll. Man, I gotta see some stuff we saw, but we were rolling, and all of a sudden we saw this big hyena, like the street, the dirt road we were going down,
Right?
and he was just running. He was just this big old hyena just running, and we were like, "What's up with that?" The tour guide, this is a specialty. They know everything. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's a hyena." He was like, "Sometimes they run 20 miles. Like hyenas run long distances to track stuff down." And this thing literally, it ran like it stayed in front of us for like 5 miles.
And
Like,
what
and then,
and it was just out and about,
bro, it's wild out there.
like we would see like a fox or a raccoon. They would see like a hyena. Just
All right, I got one for you. This what blew my mind because I'm telling you, everything's different.
right,
The first the first safari park we went to, right? You know how like when we watch National Geographic, you be like the lion is gonna eat anything that comes around it,
right.
bro. We ran up on a pride of lions, like 6 of them sleeping, and they had like gazelles running, jumping over them.
What?
And then you just look like I don't know, 300 feet down. There's zebras. Then you look another 100, 200 feet down this way. It's like they're all together. The lions only eat. They only eat at a certain. Once they eat, they don't eat anything for 4 or 5 days, and all the animals are just chill with them. It's weird.
Because they know they ain't hungry and they ain't gonna be trying to
Yeah,
kill nothing.
chilling. I
But
was like, this ain't how it's supposed to go.
but then once
But
they start getting feisty and hungry, animals be
everybody
on alert.
dips. Yeah, everybody dips. Yeah, man. And it's cool how some of the animals hang together because like they watch out for each other. Animals you wouldn't think. Who was it? I don't know. It's like the gazelles and the wildebeest. It's something they always hang together because like the wildebeest are taller, so they always watch, and the gazelles are faster, so they go out. That is weird. They go out a little bit, and as soon as the gazelles take off, then the wildebeest know something's coming. It's crazy out there, but it's wild, bro.
Oh yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild.
Yeah, man, it's wild. No place like home, though. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, I want to ask you this because I'm very curious. What is the best thing that you picked up from Africa? Like, what was the best thing about Africa going out there, and what was the worst thing? Which I can probably imagine the riot breaking out would be the worst, but don't include that. Like, what was the worst thing about the trip to Africa? What was the best thing about the trip to Africa?
The worst thing about Africa? Um, what was the worst thing, man? Bro, I don't know exactly what was the worst thing. The, I think okay. So the worst thing about Africa, you know, what I'm saying, I could nitpick some little things. You know what I'm saying? Like the quality of how things were. You know what I'm saying? I can nitpick and be simple about that. Like the hotel room, it's like you did carpet, so it's like the tiles, the tiles on the wall. Like it was supposed to be a super fancy joint, but like the craftsmanship was like 50% of what we're used to. I'm like, this is the best Western. You know what I'm saying? Lights flicking on and off. Just I don't know.
Yeah,
But the other thing, one of the things that I picked up, and this is probably more so just Josh thing than anything. It's just a simple fact that um I kept wondering about drugs. Where the crackheads at? Where the the streetwalkers? Because I didn't see anything like that. The
yeah,
only thing the only thing I saw were people working their ass off to survive. That's what I really saw in like bleak conditions. Like everybody has a hustle. Whether it's a trying to repair a bicycle tire, a moped tire, whether it's everybody has a hustle out there. And so what I realized was they don't have a lot of leisure time, and we do. I guess a lot of what I picked up is the comparison here and there. Bro, we got so much leisurely time. We got so much expendable income. Even though we complain about the prices of groceries, and there's so many things that we can do that in these other countries they can't afford to do. It's just go. That I realize that I really have to moderate my indulgences here. The BS things that I spend time on, that type of thing.
right.
I gotta understand that in America, bro, we have access to absolutely any and everything that our heart desires. We can get credit. We can go buy this. We can go buy that. We can go get a pizza. You can't get a pizza out there, bro. You can go get a pizza. You can go get a burger. We can go get some whatever we really want, bro. We can make it happen some kind of way if we need to.
Right.
That's not the case out there. They don't have access to a lot of the stuff that we have. And so I realized that
I mean, they probably don't even have fresh socks to put on. Like, they ain't throwing their clothes in a, these people ain't, they don't have
yeah,
like a washer and dryer in the house. Like,
yeah. Now, they do have some cities, some countries, I guess
oh yeah, yeah.
Nigerians.
I'm just talking
Yeah,
about the people that you're talking about in this area
yeah.
that were like really
It's,
struggling. I'm not saying all of Africa.
yeah, this is just my experience.
Right, right,
But yeah, man. Okay, so take this for instance. This is the real talk, fam, because this is how we do it here. But look, a lot of you guys probably don't really understand that Africans really don't care too much for Black Americans. There's a, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole thing there because they think they feel like we're lazy, right? And for a while, I couldn't understand. I couldn't really understand that until I went to Africa. Now I know what it is, right? Uh, Tribe. It's something as simple as this. Look. In Africa, they may daydream about like a 1985 BMW. You know what I'm saying? Something simple, a $500 car, right?
right.
They cannot get any. They can't get that out there. It's not out there like that. But they can daydream about that all their life. But then they come to America. You know what I'm saying? And then they see the game, they see how it works, and now they can get this 1985 BMW. The things that we don't even care about, Tribe, they can't get. But
Right.
once they come here, guess what? Oh my God, I can choose out of all of this stuff that nobody wants, that I've been dreaming about all my life. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna, and then they find out that you can get loans. You can get a loan for education, and that get, what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
if you could never have anything, and then boom, you get thrown into the mix, and guess what? You can get anything now.
And there's
You go
probably a
for it.
and there's probably a like you're saying, like, man, all my life I've dreamt of getting this bicycle.
Yes.
Now I come to a place and I can get this bicycle, but everybody that's here is looking at me like I'm a fool because I want this bicycle. So
Yeah.
there would probably be some kind of feeling towards like, I know you're looking at me like I ain't shit because my dream is to have this bicycle, and this bicycle is just sitting out in your yard rusting away because you don't give a fuck about it, and so you're looking at me like I ain't shit. And they probably
Yeah.
had that feeling. I mean, they're human. They know what the fuck is up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's
But
probably the way they feel. They probably, and then they look. Of course, it's just life. People look. They look at
mhm.
the black folks. They're like
Right.
me, but they're not like me because I come from this fucking hard ass place. These
Yeah.
black folks got it made. Like, that's
Exactly.
probably, you know what I mean?
You got drinking water. What? We ain't never had
Right,
drinking.
right.
Yeah, we ain't never had this. You mean in this free kinda? Seriously,
And you're gonna bitch and complain?
yeah,
Like,
bro.
I
I
could
met
I
this
couldn't
dude.
imagine somebody bitching and complaining to some of these people that are over there that got it rough. Like,
That's what it is.
yeah, like, what the fuck are you bitching about? You got everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A pair of Nikes. Look, okay. So I was on the beach, right? The last night we went to the Indian Ocean on the coast. It was another resort, bro. 100% German. I don't know if they just market to Germans, but it was all German. Free drinks, bro. Free drinks. Timbos. That's what I was drinking. Elephant, the strong elephant drink, Timbos. But it was on the beach, and on the beach you get the locals that walk the beach and they try to sell you stuff, right?
Right.
And there was this one dude, man. Again, I don't know why I attract the gangsters. I don't know what, but this dude, he had to be a gangster, bro. He came up to me and he had where's that coconut? I wish I had it. I bought a coconut off of him. The coconut he had carved into like an elephant. And I was like, what's up, man? What you gonna try to sell me, bro? What's up, man? He was like, hey, what's up, bro? I was like, yeah, you gangster. I was like, what's your name? He was like, what did he say? I'm the Bushmaster. I said, what? His t-shirt was ripped, pants was ripped. He's like, I'm the Bushmaster. I said, all right, well, what you selling? He said, this is all I got, bro. And he started giving me the whole rundown. He was like, look, I'm the little fish. He was like, look, we don't eat that much. He was like, you got all of these other people that work for companies. They come in, they sell y'all stuff. Da 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 da. He was like, look, they're gonna kick me out in a second. They don't even like me over here. He's like, but look, I gotta feed my family. And he was giving me the rundown on everything, bro. It's the Bushmaster. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, I don't have no cash. Come back tomorrow. I got you for $10. He was like, what? He's like, but look, I gotta get it today. What can we do today? Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't have it. I'm on the beach chilling. He's like, come back tomorrow. So yeah, man. But it's a hustle. It's,
And
it's
and,
all. It's,
and, and you know what's so fucked up, man? Is
mm,
that we would go over there and these people are trying to sell us things and trying
yeah,
to do all this. So to us, it feels like a hustle. To us, it feels like, man, that the only
yeah,
thing they wanted. But to them,
yeah,
they need that shit. Like
yeah.
it's not like they're trying to juke us. They just want 30 cents so they can get some fresh water or a
Right.
fucking a piece of food that we probably wouldn't even want to eat.
Yeah.
It's
Let me tell
fucking
you what he said.
crazy, man. That's
I'll tell you what he
crazy.
said, bro. Tell you what he said. So I said, come tomorrow, bro. He was like, bro, we need it tonight. I'm like, look, man, look, I'm on vacation. I ain't playing these games. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm from Texas, bro. He was like, okay, the Rangers. I was like, man, shut up. I was like, tomorrow, I bring you $10. Tomorrow. He's like, okay, 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 okay. I was like, yeah, that's it. And so the next day, bro, I was chilling in the lounges. I seen him come up. And my lady was like, she was like, there he go. He was like, yo. So I ran over, shot him $10. He gave me a little coconut with the elephant head. I told him to put it in my little room. But he said, okay, bro, look. He's like, look, I hate to ask you, man, but this is how we get stuff. He was like, when you're leaving, I was like, today. He was like, okay, is there anything that you could just leave me? He was like, you could just leave it, right outside. He was like, shampoo, any t-shirts, anything you could just leave me, bro. It will help me and my family. I was like, I don't really have nothing, man. Like, you got the $10, bro. Go buy something. But he was like, okay, anything, shampoo, soap, shoes, anything. Yeah, it's a hustle out there.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's a hustle, bro.
Like, man, if you got an extra pair of socks that you can do without, could you leave those out there for me?
What?
No, no, I'm just thinking of him. Like, I'm just, he's looking at you and he's like, man, I know he's got an extra pair of socks he could do without. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah, bro.
saying? Like,
Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. So
wow.
I learned to appreciate, bro. I learned to like I'm so glad that I went and like I learned to appreciate the little things that we have, like the little things. Try spending money on frivolous stuff that I just really don't need. Like it bothers me almost now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It taught me a real lesson, bro. Yeah, I'm staying away from fast food too. I'm trying to stay away from fast food.
Yeah,
Coca
man,
Cola.
change up that diet. Change up
Yeah,
that
bro.
diet if you can.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, for the past couple days, man, Sunday we went over Niecy's dad's house.
How is it? He's good.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing good, man. He had a little scare though, man. Thought he had cancer, and he does, but it's so minute that they don't even have to do anything. Like
That's
he's
good.
good, he's good. But we went over there, man, and he made these shish kebabs, and
Oh,
he just took chunks of chicken, chunks of peppers, chunks of onions, and chunks of mushroom,
yeah,
and that's it. You know what I mean? No crazy shit involved, no processed food, nothing, just real raw shit,
yeah.
and he did like 24 of them. So
Nice.
so when we were leaving, they gave us a big ass platter of them, like 20 of
That's it, bro.
them. And I've been eating that for the past 2 days, man, and I feel fucking great.
Trying to tell you, Tribe.
And I'm like, I know it's got to be because I'm just eating straight up peppers, meat,
Yeah,
no bread, no rice, no,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No sugars, no nothing, man. Just the straight up raw fucking ingredients. And I'm like, man, I feel so good. What the fuck?
bro. That's and out there, that's what they eat. Like bread goes bad too fast. They don't mess with bread. It's called ugali. It's like some type of. It's almost like a fufu, but it's like a hard yam, bro. What? So in these places that don't have all the frivolous stuff that we have, they have learned. They have learned to like, man. I don't know. They've learned to live. You got old women, bro. I saw old women out there getting it, walking. He was like, she walks miles every day. Cancer, bro. There is cancer, but it ain't nowhere near what it is here. They don't have money for medications, and because they don't have money for the medications, they don't need it. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't eat the crap that we eat, the processed food that we eat. It's all raw chickens. They got chickens running around everywhere. They got goats. I saw so many cow herders, shepherds, goat shepherds. It drove me crazy. Every half a mile there was like some kid herding like 50 sheep, 50 goat,
Wow.
50 cows.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Fields, farms everywhere, all up and down the side of the street. Bro, they don't need half the medications that we have here because they can't afford the fast food. Their system doesn't work on our time system. The preservatives. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
it's
right.
meat meat in the store. They say that meat's probably been around for what is it, like 60 days? Like we're adding
Wow.
color. We're adding color to the meat so it still looks fresh after it's been shipped. God knows where to be processed and then brought back.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
have that. They can't afford that type of. It's like right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
And like the companies can afford it, but they know the people can't afford it, so they can't
Don't
invest the money into the products to sell them because they know they can't afford to buy that shit.
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
McDonald's can't work out there because they can't afford it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, and that's what I learned when I was out there, bro. And same thing in Thailand. It's it's fresh food. It's fresh. Yeah, it gets wild out there, but it's fresh fish, fresh chicken, no preservatives. It's you know what I'm saying? And they don't do half the medications that we do. They don't do half the knee replacements. They don't get arthritis like we do. Because on every corner, bro, it's McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Wendy's,
Liquor store.
Papa. Yeah, bro. I, I
Trap
think I might have
house.
saw it. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, bro.
saying? I mean, to be honest, everybody on some
No
kind of
gun.
drugs up in America. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
we
bro.
buy we buy all the drugs from around the world. We're like the 90% of drug sales around the world come right up in here to the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I think that's why big pharma's making so much money now. It's the system that they know the fast food is creating all these problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
What do you see
Yeah.
if America tomorrow went to hell in a handbasket and bam, we were smack dab in the same living conditions as Africa, but Americans had to deal with it starting tomorrow? What would happen? What do you think would happen?
Bro, we would all sit on ourselves, man. We wouldn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so a lot of the people in this community in the chat. Let's see. Virginia Bushcrafter, good to see you, bro. The people in the chat, bro. I think we would be okay. We've talked about it enough. Look, we would go to planting stuff and bro, remember you did that video with all the tomatoes you had everywhere and all of that stuff? We would go to that. But the average person, you can't go back. You can't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I think there would be mass suicides.
Yeah.
I think there would be savages. We'd be robbing each other and take like because we wouldn't mentally be able to handle that. You know what I mean?
No.
Because
Butchering
we've been
stuff?
too spoiled. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Butchering our meat? No, man. No. Yeah.
And
A few of us.
well, let me ask you this, man, because it's interesting, man. Why do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that America is America, Africa is Africa, Thailand is Thailand? Why is it so different? Why don't they have the same kind of shit that we have? Why do these places? Why aren't they on the same level and not even close to the same level?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What the fuck is it?
No, that's an easy one, bro. We got the printing press. Bro, look, we got the monetary printing press. We got the petrodollar. We won. We are the winners of the last global conflict. That's why everybody has to come here. Because we are literally, fam, whether you want to believe it or not, we are the land of milk and honey. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The problem is we've gotten too comfortable with the land of milk and honey. That's the problem. So when you come from Vietnam, when you come from Thailand, and when you come from Africa, when you come from all these places, that's why they're sending all the money back, bro. Because it's you're changing lives with a McDonald's job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you come here and you're sending that back, you're changing lives.
Yeah. Minimum wage here, you're living like a king over there.
What? $100, man. You send that back. You feeding a family, and you feeding the whole tribe. I did get to see the Maasai tribe. I did get to see how they do things, bro, and it's actually awesome. So a village, families. The one we went to, I think the one we went to, there were 3 families, right?
Right.
He said 5 acres is 10,000 US dollars. 5 acres.
acres is $10,000.
Yeah. So what they do is they all get together and they work for years. They buy the land, and then literally they all build makeshift houses. This is the outskirts of the city, but they build makeshift houses for the family. They all work as a unit. So it's like 10. You know, what's that metal tin that has like the, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The
like
waves in it.
yeah. I don't know
So
what it's called, but yeah.
yeah. So they build houses out of that. So they make sure everybody has houses on the ends of the property. They look out for each other. They make sure everybody's eating, everybody's fed, and then they just grow. They grow from there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When the son gets married, he'll bring his wife and family on that same land, and that's how they do it. They just work, make sure everybody eats,
Right.
everybody's okay.
Right.
It's different.
There's no what's it I mean, I know you were only there 2 weeks, but I
Yeah.
just wonder, like, do they deal with thunderstorms? Do they even have rain coming in but once,
Oh
twice a
yeah.
year? Like,
They got the monsoon season. The
yeah.
monsoon, yeah, monsoon season. Uh,
Well,
where it's just
you were close to the ocean where you were at. That right? I mean, you were on
at
the
the end. Oh no, we yeah no. Nairobi, I think is like 500 miles from the coast.
Oh,
Our
okay.
safari driver. Oh, bro, this trip was plane, trains, and automobiles. So we had the safari driver who drove us. I don't know, probably 300 miles. And then to get to the coast, we took a train. It was like a 3-hour train ride. We took a train to the coast because you can't drive. So we took a train to the coast. We stayed on the coast for I think 2 or 3 nights. Chilled with the Germans. Met the Bushmaster. Took some pictures. And then when it was time to go, we actually went to an airport and we flew back to Nairobi. In the airport, bro. Oh my God, this is an adventure. The airport, I think the airport held like 50 people.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, bro. We out there. Fam, we out there. Yeah, the airport held like 50 people. It was like, and the jets, man.
So it's not like an airport that in
Hell
America.
no.
Like it's
Hell no,
see
bro.
that's the things people won't like. I'll probably never be able to go to Africa, so I'll never be able to. Well,
Yeah.
I'll experience Africa by this live stream right here because I'm putting myself in. I'm listening to you and I'm like, okay, I'm putting myself there. Like
Yeah.
a fucking airport that only holds 50 fucking people.
Nah,
What?
bro, look, all right, fam. You seen like Romance the Stone. You remember that movie, Romance in the Stone, back in the
Yeah,
day?
that
Like
was a long time
Colombia,
ago though.
like back in the outskirts, like the plane lands on a dirt road and it kind of, you know what I'm saying, comes in.
Yeah.
And it's like the airport is like super small. There's like 50 people they got like fans blowing to cool you off. And like,
Ain't you scared to get on a plane in that
hell
situation though? Like,
yeah.
are we gonna make it? Like this
Yes. Hell yeah,
we don't
bro.
got no gift shops or nothing. Like we gonna go down that dirt road right there and go into the sky? Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
Bro, and guess what? Guess what it's called?
Huh.
The Jumbo Jet.
The Jumbo Jet.
So when you go out there, that's what everybody says. Jumbo. Jumbo. Jumbo is like hello. It's like what's up? Yeah, jumbo. So
Do they sound cool though? Is the accents, man? Is it pretty cool to hear? Like, you know, it's got to be. I mean, I've talked to some people from Africa in America before, like you know,
yeah.
and they had the accents and shit. But I can imagine out there, it's like deep rooted act. You know, what I mean, they're talking
Nah, bro, it's different.
African. Yeah, it's got to be
It's
different,
different,
different.
bro. All right, so look, so the driver, like he's cool as hell. A safari driver, right? Like when we would go someplace and like everywhere you got to stop and he would like talk to like the people at the checkpoint. They have, bro, they had AKs in some of the places. They have to stop and he speaks Swahili to them. But he would have some conversations. He would say like 2 words in Swahili, and everything else would just be like, huh, 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 uh-huh, huh, huh. And I'm like, what the hell? What is?
Fucking noises.
Huh? Yeah, huh? I was like, all right, but they knew what they were saying, bro. Yeah, it's wild. It's a
Dang.
trip. I ain't never had a trip like that, bro. This was probably the pinnacle of trips for me.
What about the women, man? Were there some good looking women, or was it just too rough?
Man, look, I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
I mean, I know you with your girl and shit like that, but we men, we look. I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
no, hell yeah, straight up. Yeah, I didn't really see anything. Nah, so before I went, bro, I did a lot of research on the internet, and there's the passport bros, bro. The passport. They go to Colombia and they talk about dating women in these places. And this one dude was like, I will never ever leave Kenya. Kenya is the bomb. The women here are beautiful and awesome and da 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 da. This is the spot. I ain't seen none of it.
No,
Yeah, none of it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't in the right place or something, but no.
not even like the workers at the hotels or the places that you went and shit. They're
I mean, everybody there has like a happy, outgoing personality. They
yeah,
all want to know where you're from. Where you from? Are you American? Where you? They are that type of. It's a bubbly, and they're all. Everybody's super polite and super kind and respectful. But yeah, other than that, no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see anything like that.
huh.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
That's wild. That's wild.
yeah, bro. They had those big ass centipedes everywhere. You like the Jurassic Park centipedes. You know what I'm talking about? Like that fat, that long. They had those everywhere. Yeah, it was wild.
Now, just for the record, just so it's on the live. Now, we're not talking about all of Africa. We're just talking
Yeah,
about a couple little places that you went visited for 2 weeks. So
yeah,
anything that was said, we're not trying to disrespect anybody. We're not trying to disrespect a place or anything like that. It's just an American's
yeah.
vibe off of where he went and what he experienced and the shit that went down. Like,
Yes, yes. I'll
ain't
throw this
no,
out here too.
huh? Yeah, okay.
I'll throw this out here too, because sometimes I talk too much, but it is what it is. We fam, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So another aspect of the Africa trip, and this is for me. You know what I'm saying? It, there was supposed to be this. There was supposed to be this feeling of going back to the motherland. Oh, I'm home, my people. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
Like
right.
that was fam. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like that
I
was
I think everybody can feel that, especially in America, man, with the history of America and everything. I mean, that's where all that was probably born. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
when if a black man or a black woman from America goes to Africa, you can
yeah.
imagine like even for me, for you, like I was just when you told me you was in Africa, I was instantly like, oh, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so fucking
Stop it,
happy
bro.
for you. But and I
Yeah,
know that's
yeah,
that's some kind of racial thing that happened in my brain. You know what I mean? Like, because if a white
yeah,
person would have told me they went to Africa, I'd have been like, oh yeah, was it cool? What happened? But for you, I was like,
yeah.
almost wanted to shed a tear. Like, he went to fucking Africa. That's so great. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're saying,
yeah.
bro.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah, but check it out though. That's what I was. That's what I was like. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, 48 years old. The black and the Africa thing. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Maybe I might shed a tear. Maybe I might feel a certain way. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I got out there, bro, and I really felt like there's no place like home. I felt look. I felt more, and this is genuine, fam. This is from the heart. I felt more like an American than I had ever felt in my life. Seriously, not like a African American or a Black American. Like I felt more like an American. I don't know. I don't know how that bubbled up. You know what I'm saying? But it I didn't get the it's the motherland. Like this is where my people are from. I didn't. It's just different. I don't know if I'm just too American or what. But this is home, bro. And I promise you, I said it so many times. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be born here
right,
and having this opportunity to experience America, to be
right,
a part of America.
right.
Africa was different. It is, but I'm American, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I think that's how everybody else felt too. That in the group, yeah, 1,000% American. It means something. We felt like we stood for something. It's just different.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I remember I was talking to my brother, man, when we were younger. I was like 14, and I'll
Hmm.
never forget. I said it because I just remember thinking, damn, man, did I just say that? But
Yeah.
we were talking about and I'm talking about my my foster brothers. They're
Okay.
black.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Robert, and I was like, it just blurted out of me. I was like, man, I'm glad there was slavery.
I feel you.
And he was like, "What, motherfucker?" You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, man, elaborate, motherfucker. What you mean you glad that? I said,
Elaborate.
and I was just a kid. I was 14, but I was like, man, if it wasn't for slavery, me
Yeah.
and you wouldn't be sitting here right now, and I wouldn't have a best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And
that
and
too.
and it's like I wish things could have been in a different way. I'm not
Yeah.
glad that there was slavery. Of course, I think that shit is horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But through time and
Yeah.
I,
I
I
know what you're saying.
it's like was that God's plan, and I know it was rough and I know it was fucked up, but in time will it
Yeah.
be okay? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's deep,
Bro,
man. It's deep.
you know how I feel about all that, bro. Nothing happens by mistake. That's why I don't get pissed about a whole lot of stuff. Cause it's all, bro, there's one plan. And it can only happen one way. So instead of me getting pissed about stuff, I just try to figure it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
what's the benefit of this? And like you said, I'm here right now. As crazy as that sounds. And
yeah.
my life, bro. Bro, when I went over there, like I said, I experienced what it feels like to not be able to access stuff. It's impossible to get when you can't get a pair of Nikes, or you can't get into school, or you there is no options for a college education. There's no way you can ever become a carpet layer. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Bro, we got access. We got access to all of that stuff. We just have to decide what we want to do and do it.
Are
They
there
don't.
are there carpet stores out there? Are there
Yeah,
stores you can get carpet?
yeah, it's rickety, but yeah, there are.
What is
I'll
it
check
like?
that out.
Just throw rugs? It's just throw rugs. Where it's not like
No,
no, it's wall to
no.
wall.
So in this, okay, so in the city in Nairobi, in the main city, bro, it's like New York. With
Yeah,
it's like dirt
you
roads, but
got
it's New York.
buildings. You got. I mean, your hotel had carpet in them and shit, right?
All that stuff. I'm gonna see some videos. But so when we were leaving Nairobi, I had to take a video because it was just miles and miles of just like city buildings. Every street had 200 people walking, going, cars. It was overwhelming how much stuff was just going on in this city. But a lot of the safari stuff, we were kind of like on the outskirts, small towns, small cities, going through them, and that's where I saw a lot of the stuff. But no, man. So like a rug, if you're outside of the city, then yeah, no, you gotta. Bro, we went to a village and it was just dirt roads. You gotta go put in an order, and then the guy will tell you it may come in 3 weeks. That type stuff.
Right,
He's got to talk to like the shipper. Yeah, stuff like that might take 3 or 4 weeks for you to get if you can get it, if you can afford it. That type
right,
of paint, like go and get paint. You had to go to like because we asked the safari guy because he lived there. He was Maasai. All this was Maasai, and he was like, "Yeah, you go to the store. He'll tell you when the shipment's coming in and when you can place an order. And he said it might be 1 week or it might be 6 months, but you're with the family. You plan ahead of time. If you're gonna get paint, and everybody gets together and they decide you're gonna get paint and what color, how much, and you get it, and it takes 3 months to get there, and then, yeah, like that.
yeah. I've been following this channel, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I can't remember it exact. It's something like something life, and it's got this guy. He's married to this Filipino woman.
Yeah,
They have a young son together, and she's always around her mom. But they're like building a house and stuff, and the way, and he shows how they do it. Like his
yeah,
everyday life. He drops a video like almost every day, and it shows how they live, and it's so much different than us.
yeah, bro. It's different.
The way they're building their house, I mean, it's like piece by piece, but it's not
Yeah,
like ours. It don't have plumbing inside. It doesn't have
no,
electric inside. Like,
yeah,
and they're doing it big. You know what I mean? Like they're
Uh-huh.
really doing the damn thing. So it's just like, wow, man, we are so lucky to be in America. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Even I watched this. I don't know. He's blowing up. It's like a dude who reacts. Him and his mom will do it sometimes too. But he
Okay.
reacts to the shit that goes on in America. Like, and one of his big videos was the first time I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like an American or something. But
Really?
but
See?
like these people in Europe and shit, they see us in our houses and they like just our regular house that we live in is like a
Yeah.
mansion to these people.
Yeah, man.
And like the way we travel. Because
Hmm.
Europe, you know, like the UK is so small, like if they drive 30 minutes, they're really traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
For us, we'll take a 2-day trip to get to another state, and they're like, "Holy shit! How do you drive that long?"
For
And it's like
real.
life. Like that's why I love watching that shit on YouTube, man. I love seeing other places because it makes you think. Like, man, you
Yeah.
really gotta appreciate what you got, man. Especially when you're in a position like us in America, man. We got it made.
Bro, that's my takeaway from this trip. That
Yeah.
is my takeaway, bro.
And
Seriously.
we could fuck it up. We could seriously fuck it up with these crazy motherfucking lunatics that we got running around trying to do all this crazy shit just
Yeah.
because they can, because they don't like.
That's the
I wish some of these people would take the trip like you did, so they could
yeah,
realize just how much they could fuck this place up. You know what I mean?
bro. That's it. Seriously, man. Out of everything, that's the biggest thing that I took away from this trip, bro. Is just to be thankful for what I have and moderation. Cause, bro, we can go crazy. We can go crazy with the little money that we do have, bro. We can go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
seriously.
last night I took some chocolate ice cream and some
See,
vanilla ice cream, and I took like 6 ice cream cones,
see,
broke them all up, dumped it in the bowl with the ice cream. It was like eating 6 or 7 ice cream cones.
bro. That's
And
it.
then I was thinking to myself, I was like, God damn, I'm a pig. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I can just imagine, you know, one of those people where you were at over there in Africa watching me do that, and they would be like, "What and how in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Ice cream. They can't get ice in places. Ice cream. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Seriously. How do you keep it cold for so long? Yeah,
But
that type.
but I also wonder, man. I wonder when I look at these things. I think to myself sometimes. I'm like, well, is
Hmm.
when is God gonna say, hey,
Yeah,
look, it's time for y'all to understand just how good you do got it.
I
When
know,
is God gonna step in and say, hey, look, you know, y'all been taking a lot of shit for granted for a long time.
bro. Hey, bro. Come on, man.
With all
Uh,
this shit going on with Iran and you know Israel, and then you got you know Russia and Ukraine. All these places are doing all. Not only are people living a lot harder than we are, and a lot lower on the scale of means to
yeah.
live.
Hmm.
But you got you. I mean, a lot of these places are at war. I mean, when is it gonna touch us, man? When is America gonna feel some kind of
But there's all kind of stuff. What do they say? What's the 250 year for an empire? Most empires don't make it past 250 years because they consume themselves. They
yeah,
implode.
yeah.
I don't know, bro. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot. Just like I said with the food, I know I keep harping on the food, bro, but just the fact. Look, man, when I came back that first day of working, like I still had on my Africa glasses, so I'm driving, bro, and I'm looking at the fast food restaurants because I know it's all preservatives. I know it's not good for you. I know it's killing us, and I'm looking, bro, and the McDonald's drive-through is packed. The Wendy's across the street is packed. The barbecue place on the other side is packed. I'm just like, we have too much access, and we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
Why aren't people packing lunches? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we cooking at home like these other countries are doing?
right, Right.
because we got too much, bro. And
Let,
they don't
let,
have cars like we do. Yeah.
let me ask you this too, because this always blows my mind.
Mm.
If you see 200 or 300 people in America out in the streets, it's either a protest or there's a concert going on, or
Yeah.
but yet I look at the Philippines, Thailand.
Mm.
I look at Africa. You got
Yeah.
you, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are just out in the street every single day. It's just tons of people.
Yeah.
It's total like, and it to me, I get the feeling like, damn, they seem like they're a lot freer than us. Because if we had 100 people just walking around or 200 people just walking around, the police would be called, and the police would be coming. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
So I wondered about that. Like, man, are we really as free as we think we are? You know what I mean? Because we don't. And are they more? Do these other countries, they may be a
Mm-hmm.
lot poorer, they may have a lot less than we do, but they have a lot more as far as like interaction with other human beings. Like we're kind of separated. Like I
Yeah.
barely see my neighbors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these
Yeah. Yeah.
people are floating around seeing all kinds of people, tons of people every day, all day long. Like their interactions with people are constant.
Bro, I will
What
say
does
this,
that
and
do to a people?
yeah, I'm gonna catch some heat from the chat for this one, but I will say this though: these countries that I went to, even though they had like these little quirks, these little uncomfortable positions, like I said, the people followed us back to the hotel asking for money and stuff like that.
Right.
Y'all gonna be mad at me for this one, but I'm gonna tell you, in these different countries, I feel safer there.
Really?
In Thailand, the police were drinking beers, like chilling. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know how you driving? I don't know if you try. I don't know you, but when I'm driving and a cop gets behind me out here in Texas, bro, they got the Yukons with the ram bars on front. You know what I'm saying? They blacked out. You know what I'm saying? It looks like an aggressive. I know they just, it's just what they drive. But
Yeah,
it looks like
but they are aggressive. Police are aggressive when they approach you. But I mean, not all, but most.
yeah.
In
But when you see them, when you see a cop car out here, you know that just means business. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, SUV out there, bro, you don't see them. The police, okay, so out there, the police, they'd be like standing on the side of the road, smoking a cigarette, like two of them, and they have on like the little neon vest that says police. And I'm like, how are they doing this? What happened when there's a fight? There weren't any fights. I'm not saying that doesn't happen,
Right.
but how does this work? And he was just like, I don't know. Like the Messiah guy, he was like, yeah, you're just arguing and that's that. And even in Thailand, when I was walking down Bangla Road, the cops were drinking beers. They had a stick, and that was it. They would pull out the stick and say, keep going, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's the one part that I don't understand how, that aspect works. But it wasn't. Yeah.
It seems like America is very police militarized on its citizens, man. In my opinion, but I know that. Like you hear the stories, over there, the police snatch you up, take you up the road, and take you out of here and shit. Here, but here
Yeah.
they kill you too. I mean, shit. So I just don't. I don't know. I think our system of police and shit, it's a little extreme sometimes, in my opinion. And when I'm looking and comparing to other places and shit, because you're right. When I'm watching these videos and shit. And these people, it's an hour-long video, and they're out in, Thailand or the Philippines. You don't see any police. There's no,
No.
there's no police.
Yeah. The strong arm of the law.
But here, come to America, go to the city. You're gonna see cops every fucking where, driving up and down the road. I don't care where you go. The police gonna be driving around, keep you.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man.
I think
I just don't know.
Bro, so I spent hours thinking about this because that's just, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm thinking about it. And I think, again, it's the access. Seriously, they know we have the money to pay for a ticket. We can pay to get out of jail. These other places, they don't have it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
don't know. I seriously, I think it's the access again. Like all this stuff is what comes when you have this type of opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can tow your car because guess what? You're gonna call if you got to. You're gonna call mom, sister, brother, whoever to get some money, get the $300 up together, and get the car out of the towing. These other countries, they can't do it. It won't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's deep. That's deep.
Bro, I've been thinking about it, man. That's what this trip opened my eyes and made me think about a lot of things. It's the access.
Humble the
Yeah,
shit out you.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, it did, bro. It
Yeah.
did. Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's a good thing though. I would think. Like I'd like to experience some shit like that, man. Like firsthand. Like I want to go to a couple places. You know what I mean? There's a
Where
couple
would you go,
places.
bro? Where would you go? Where would you go? Seriously, well, like,
Well, me, I'm a water dude. I'd like to go to some islands. So I think like
uh,
Thailand, Japan, man. I
yeah,
want to visit Japan. I
bro.
think
I want to
Japan
do.
would be off the chain. Tokyo, man, with all the
Yeah,
big,
that'd be
buildings and
different.
lights and
That'd be different,
and
bro. Yeah,
all
yeah,
the women out that motherfucker. Watch out, Nisi.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
seriously though,
man.
like Thailand, I think the beach, the water, staying in a
I
little
love
hut would
Thailand.
be chilling. Me and Nisi just chilling, drinking some mai tais or
Y'all
some
would
shit.
love it too, bro. I
Yeah,
promise y'all would love it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but I
yeah,
want
yeah.
but I want like my roots probably go back to like England and
Hmm.
like my dad's side that would be like Celtic, like where the
Okay.
Vikings come from and shit. So it'd probably be
Badass Vikings. Yeah,
Ireland type thing and shit.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't want to go to England, man. They ain't got no food. Their food sucks. They eating pork and beans and bread for breakfast and shit.
Man,
I ain't.
stop it, bro. They got what's the pie? Shepherd's pie. They got fish and chips. Come on, bro. Stop it.
I
They
don't think I don't think there's anywhere you can go in the world that has food like America, though. You know what I'm saying?
the
America's got it
variety,
stacked, man. We got everything.
bro. But that's it too, though. That's it too. Like, okay, so in Africa, you don't have everything. In Thailand, you don't have every. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. If I ever had to like go live in one of these places, that's what would piss me off, bro. We are so used to having everything.
Yeah,
Chinese people, Indian people, black people, white people. Just we, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes America so beautiful is that we have every. Nobody else can do it, bro.
yeah,
Europe, kinda, but legit. We got different religions. We got different people. We got bro on the way back. So on the way back, we caught the 15-hour flight back to LaGuardia, no JFK, and we had to spend a night in LaGuardia before we could fly to Texas. And don't ask me why, but my old lady, she picked a hotel in Chinatown, New York. And I promise you, when we were driving there, when we took the Uber, it was China.
yeah.
That's all it was. Any type of Chinese restaurant, it was Chinese restaurants, China people. It was China food. The hotel had China people in it. It was the Asian. Bro, we got everything. And it was in Queens. We were in Queens.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna get something to eat. So Uber Eats, and I hate it because it's expensive, but legit, bro, they had Jamaican food, they had Italian, New York pizza, they had Chinese food, and I was like, you don't get this anywhere else. That's United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Mm-hmm. Africa, you're gonna get African food. Thailand, you're gonna get Thai food. You might find a McDonald's, but it's not gonna taste the same. Mexico, you're gonna get Mexican food.
Right.
United States, bro, it's whatever you want.
Yep.
You name it. Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
mean, shit.
beautiful.
We got Chinese restaurants, Thai restaurants, Mexican joints. Like
Yeah.
and we even say it like that. Like, what you want to go out and get? You want
See?
Mexican? You want to go get some Thai food? You want to go get some Chinese? They probably don't even say lines like that over there in Africa.
They can't.
Well, and that's part of Africa. I'm sure there's other parts that probably got a little bit of something going on, but
It still ain't like it's bro. It's gonna be close, but I wanted ketchup. I wanted ketchup so bad, bro. And the only thing they had was chili sauce.
they ain't had
It
no
was like
ketchup.
no, they had chili sauce, and it was like pink. It was like pink ketchup. It looked like a ketchup bottle, but it was chili sauce. And so things got so bad, I was like, man, let me just try it. So I tried some with a French fry, and it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't ketchup. That's what I was just like that, bro. Like, please, man, just something.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
it's the
Yeah,
little things, man. I mean,
promise.
small things like that can happen in America. Because like if you go to jail overnight or something like that, like you really miss some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah,
can't
bro.
imagine being halfway across the world and not having my America. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, in Thailand, I was pissed because nothing, bro, nothing. And I got to the point to where I just stopped looking for American type stuff, like what a Sprite. The Sprites had cinnamon in it. I was like, what is this?
What?
The Fantas, the Fantas, no, the Fantas had some weird taste. I'm like, bro, please, just please, get, do you have an American Coke? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all just a little bit off.
Is it?
7-Eleven, yeah, yeah. 7-Elevens, everything's just a little bit off. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, bro. It's different.
If there's any place now you've been to Africa, you've been to Thailand, you've been to some places. Where's one place that you really want to go to before you leave this earth? What's one place that you would really want to visit now?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'd probably go back to Thailand.
Yeah,
Get one of those $3 massages.
yeah.
The legit massage, not the funny
I know.
massage.
Yeah. I got you. I got a real massage.
That's
I
45 minutes,
I'd like to visit Vietnam, man. I
bro.
I, I seen some people out there.
Yeah,
Vietnam it look kind of cool, man, and it's not expensive. That's another thing.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you the money, like if you went to Florida, you could go broke in a heartbeat. But like you could go to Vietnam with the same money you go to Florida with, and you could live like a king for like 6 months. It's crazy,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
is shit so cheap in these places? Why the fuck are we paying so much?
I
Like
know. We got the print press.
for
Yeah.
what?
Hey, bro. When we went to Thailand, I ain't know anything. It's called the bot. That's their dollars. The BHAT, the bot.
Right.
Bro, and I didn't know nothing about it. So as soon as we landed, we found out what it was called, and then I did the conversion thing on my phone. Bro, when I went to exchange money at the airport before we like left out the airport, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm rich! I'm rich! I'm rich!"
I got
I was
17 million baht.
like, "We rich! We did it for real, bro! Yeah, yeah." And legit, everything was just cheaper, a lot cheaper, a lot.
Yeah. I
Go
mean,
to the restaurant.
they're getting full meals out that joint for like $2.50.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it, bro.
Shit you would pay $30 here for. You know what I mean?
Try. It was this market we used to walk through, and I had like my hair braided with. This is what I wore when I was in Thailand. They'd be like, "Snoop Dogg, Snoop, come eat with us, Snoop." And I was like, "Man, I ain't good, bro." But one day I was like, "Okay, what you got?" They had prawns, like shrimp. I keep doing this, but shrimp, the huge prawns, the huge
Yeah.
shrimp.
Yeah.
It was three of those and a lobster tail with like some type of little salad and a beer. Chang, that was their beer. Chang, like $3, and they grilled it right there. Grilled it to you, put it on a plate, napkin, ice cold, big beer,
Man,
three
you
dipping sauces, $3.
you
I
talking
was like,
50,
oh
50, 60, $75 here, man. We went to Red
yeah,
Lobster a couple weeks ago.
yeah,
It was like
fresh,
$150 for me and Nisi.
fresh, bro. Yeah, right there. They
Yeah, fresh up out the water.
pull up a chair. There you go, right there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, with an ice cold beer, $3. Yeah, yeah. Seriously.
Man,
Look,
they
look, they had a one stand, bro. I got a lemonade. Legit, lemonade was like 30 cents. The chick cut the lemons up. She chopped up the ice right there in front of me, put everything. They give it to you in a bag. I don't know how they do it, but it's a bag with a straw. Man, best lemonade I ever had, like 30 cents. I was like, give me two.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get a couple of these for
And
the
a tip.
hotel room. Shit.
Yeah, bro. We walking back with bags of lemonade and juice. Yeah, bro. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah,
made it back, man. I'm glad you got about that motherfucker when you did. You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate you.
Because we could be sitting here, or I could be sitting here letting the chat know that you didn't make it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, bro. It's wild like that out there.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. If you had to, if you and you know, not I ain't gonna keep questioning you to death, but I do got one more question, man.
you good.
Let's just say that you and the wife and the family are going back out there.
Yeah.
Is there something you would do different? Is there something you would take with you that's different? So you, in case that was to happen again, like would you change anything about when you went out there?
See, bro, it was all so sporadic and random. I don't know. I, I I don't think there's anything I could take. Going going through immigration, that was crazy. That was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, going through. Yeah, mm-mm. The airport leaving out of there, man. We had to get our passports checked like 5 times. We had to get screened like twice. Your bags, take off your belt, your shoes, get screened. We had to do that like twice. That's
Why? Why?
crazy.
Why is it like that?
Bro, I don't know, but apparently they got something going on that they're not letting people know about. Because yeah, they do it. Yeah, they.
What do you think they were scared that you weren't American going back? That you were like African trying to sneak out or something? Or
That too. Yeah, yeah, it was some of that too. Yeah, because we went just to get in the airport. You got to screen your bags and passport and flight ticket and just to get in. So we did all that, man. Waited in line, did all of that. And then we go up to the desk. We're like, hey, we just want to check one bag. And she's like, oh, no, you got to go through the screening and they got to sign up. Africa has bureaucracy, bro, to the maximum. Look, 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 look. In a hotel room, the little TV, the cable wasn't working, right? So, you know me, I look behind it. Was the HDMI connected? Is something not connected?
right?
So I was like, this ain't going to work because the TV ain't working. So I called downstairs. I'm like, hey, the TV's not working. Yes, we will send someone from IT to your room, the IT department. It's like the IT
What?
legit. This dude came to the room with like a doctor's white coat, and on the back it said IT department. I'm like, and he went to school for this to fix the TVs and the phones in hotels. The IT department, but he damn sure fixed it.
Did he?
Yeah, it was some regular TV. He was like, he had to go to the menu. He had to turn it off, turn it on, go to the menu, switch something, and rescan the channels.
But what was you watching on TV out there?
Man, they had the international channels. So I was trying to kind of see what was going on here with all of that so-called, the No Kings thing. I was trying to keep an eye on that. They had that. The local channels is like game shows, like African TV shows, that type stuff. You know.
You had like internet access to where you could like look at YouTube and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Netflix and all that.
My cell phone worked. Their internet, it was kind of in and out. At the best way, it was kind of in and out. But I was surprised. T-Mobile shined like a champ. Yeah, they said, "Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Kenya. You got service."
Man, that's what we're using T-Mobile for our internet here. It's a 5G network. It's not even a
Yeah, that's the one.
it's a you plug it in and that's it. You plug it into a wall like you would plug in a light and shit. Like you don't plug no other.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a 5G internet Wi-Fi.
Hey,
It's something
T-Mobile
like
doing their thing.
it's fucking working.
It worked in Thailand. Welcome to Thailand. You have service.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kenya. You got service. Because I didn't know if I had to pay extra or what, but It's like 50 gigs of high speed internet. No, 15 gigs of high speed internet. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Cause you know when you in America and you think about Africa and shit, or Thailand or Iran and shit, you think, man, you go over there, you ain't gonna have no internet. You ain't, the only TV you're gonna watch is like government propaganda telling their people what to
Yeah,
do and shit. You know, that's the feeling
yeah,
because that's kind of what we're taught here. That's all
yeah.
they don't show anything
Hmm.
great about other countries on our news and shit like that. It's always everywhere else is fucked up. You live in America, we are the top dogs. None of these places are shit. You don't ever want to go there. That's kind
Yeah,
of the feeling I get from is you know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't even think that they have. I don't think they use it the same way we use it. That's what I'm saying. We got a lot of leisure time, bro. I don't think they use it the same way. I'm sure they do, but not to the same extent. They're too busy trying to get the hustle up for the day. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so if you went out to your local little city town area,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody you see would have a cell phone in their hand. You know, out there
Hmm.
where no cell people didn't have cell phones and shit. I mean,
Some
there's
did.
yeah,
Some did. But the majority of people walking fast as hell trying to get to wherever they was going. Like on a mission. Yeah. Okay, so like,
I would
maybe
just
on the
think,
corner.
how could they afford it? You know what I mean? How?
Yeah. See, and then that's another thing too. I don't know if the prices are cheaper for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
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 because the whole thing's different. The whole thing's different. So I know that there's cell phones that you can get out there that you can't get here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they may have a whole market of just like cheaper off-brand cell phones that they use. Because yeah,
I wonder if
so,
it's like old ones, like flip phones and shit in there.
I think okay. So look, so like how we got the Samsungs, right?
Right.
If you get on Amazon and you look like the Note 24 something like that on Amazon, bro, they have these like knockoff notes for like $100, and they got horrible reviews, but they work.
You can
They're
make
like
a
they're
fucking
not.
phone call.
Yeah, they're like they're not. Yeah, they're like a quarter of the speed of the real ones. Da, 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 da. I think that's what they. You know what I'm saying? That's what they.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. China's flooding them with super cheap stuff. I think.
yeah. Yep, yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Hey, what's your take on Iran, bro?
I think we're at a point where Israel and I think old Trump, man. I think they want to wipe Iran, or I think they want to regime change. I think they want to wipe out the government of Iran,
Yeah.
and I really think they really do. And but here's my thing, man. And
Come
you
on.
know, I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted him in office, man. But there's some things that's gonna happen that you just don't like. I just it
Like
comes.
what, Ron? I'm listening.
You got to take the bad with the good and the good with the
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And with Trump, this is what I see. I think Trump wants to be. I think he wants to be in the history books. Before he leaves office, he wants to do something that's in the history books to put him up there with George Washington,
That's legit.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. That's
You know what
legit.
I'm saying? And I think he's probably plotting on what it is that he's gonna do. That's gonna be this grand thing that he'll always be. And I'm not talking
Gotcha.
about something just regular.
Okay.
Something big. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying? And I
Yeah.
just don't know what that is, or if he's gonna be able to pull it off. If he tries to do it, whatever it may be. But on his way to this big thing,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. Now I'm not sure, because I don't know. I'm just thinking to
Yeah. Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
that, but I know he wants to be in them history books, man. He's getting
Okay.
old. He's almost 80. He ain't got a whole lot of time left on this earth. He's president of the United States, and we're talking about Trump. And if you think about Trump as the
Yeah.
man that he was, he always tried to do big things. Look at these big Trump
Yeah.
plazas and Trump towers and shit. So
Yeah.
he wants to do something bigger than anybody else has ever done.
Yeah,
So
grandiose.
so so beating up on Iran and getting rid of that threat for years to come, that ain't even a big thing to him, I don't think.
I got you. That makes sense.
So
No, 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 no.
I think they're gonna try to wipe out that they may fuck Iran up big time, but
I
I
think we're going
if
in,
they
bro.
can,
Yeah.
you can't put it past Iran to fight back. I mean, we Iran ain't Afghanistan. Iran ain't
Yeah.
Gaza. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I am a little bit worried about. We had an open border for 4 years.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
had lots and lots and lots of military aged men come up in this motherfucking country, man. And I
Oh,
wouldn't be surprised
bro.
if we hit Iran up hard
Bro.
enough that the sleepers won't be awakened.
Bro. The sleepy people.
The sleepy people will wake up. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking to somebody about that today, bro. And yeah, I was like, I'm not so much worried about those nukes. I don't know why. It's the sleepy people that I'm worried about.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see, huh?
yeah.
Don't say it like that, Trump. Don't say it like that, bro.
I,
Hey,
I,
chat. He's like, yeah.
well, look,
Uh,
people take what Trump says. You got to take it with a grain of salt sometimes, because sometimes he uses his little posts on social
yeah.
media and shit to get a deal done here and there and here and
Yeah.
there.
I got you. You
But
work
the
it both ways.
but the
Total
ret
pressure.
but the rhetoric the last couple days has been kind of rough. Like, he thinks everybody should get the fuck out of Tehran. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Hey.
that's not no joke, man. That's like our New York City. Like,
Yeah.
that's the place in Iran where
Yeah.
that's where all the money's at, all the big shit's at. Like, that's it right there.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you.
I don't know,
I,
man.
this is something I saw yesterday. I don't know. I just ran across this channel, but it's one of those channels where the dude, I guess he's legit, but he monitors like ships and plane movements. You know how they show the map and how they show all the trackers and the numbers and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
And bro, for years, I don't know if you ever remember me talking about it, but for years, I always said that in the Middle East, the thing we need to be worried about is the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know if you remember that or not,
Yeah.
but I think 30% of all the oil goes through this one little. Bro, why yesterday? And y'all can look it up. Yesterday, they said that there were three uh, oil tankers going through it, and two caught fire. And they were saying they don't know if Iran hit them. They don't know if it's a FF. They don't know, but they were saying that it would give us premise to go in there and try to protect the Strait of Hormuz, because if they shut that down, Trump, if Iran mines it, that's 30% of the global oil
Oh yeah.
trade.
Everybody's saying get your gas tanks filled up.
Yeah, bro.
But I mean, you got to do more than that. You can't just fill up your gas tank and think you're fucking prepping for something like that. That you're gonna run out of gas within a week. Like, going
Hey,
and fill it. But you should always have your gas tank full, in my opinion. Like,
I
that's
got
just
you.
one of the things we do. We keep our gas tanks full. It's just,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah,
But I heard too, man. Then I heard that two of them, collided and ran into each other. But, well, ain't that
yeah,
convenient?
yeah. Okay, no,
Ain't
really.
Yeah, ain't that convenient?
So you on it, bro? You on it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
of
all
course,
right.
man.
Really?
I stay tapped in, man. And then
All right.
and anytime I hear a little something or see a little title to a video,
Yeah,
I immediately hit Nisi and like, babe,
check it out.
yeah, because she's a researcher, man. She will
Oh, I
find the
know.
info. I mean, you and
Yeah,
Nate both hit me. Hey, get Nisi to check this out for me. You know what I'm saying? I said,
yeah, for real.
yeah, man.
Running by Neesy, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I know you don't go no longer than 2 hours, bro. But can I just? I got this is the video I got to do,
Oh
bro. Can I
shit, we've
just
been going that
real
long.
quick? The Skrill water purification, right? And then, like I said, the Life Straw Go, right?
Right.
Check it out, Trey. Check it out. This is the filter in it, right?
Damn.
Yeah. It's all metal. So you put it in and you suck. And it sucks it through the filter, right?
Right.
I just use it for the gym. I don't really use the filter or whatever. In the grill, this thing's $100, bro. But this is supposed to be the truth. So the grill, pull it out.
Damn.
That's the filter, right? So what you do is you fill this up with the dirty water, and then you put this in, and you undo this, and you gotta pump it. It pushes the water through the filter.
Wow.
But check it out, bro. This what I want to tell the peeps that's in the chat.
Dope. I might have to get me one of them off of me and Easy.
Bro, this what I want to tell y'all. Fam, we did a little video. Me and Aaron, my old lady's brother, we did a video. He had the grill. I had the life straw. They told us don't drink the water in Africa, the tap water. Don't drink it, right?
Right.
So we didn't. But one day we got a little bored. I said, hey, Aaron, let's try it. You try the grill. I'm going to try my life straw for the first time. Let's see what happens. These have, bro, they're supposed to have a charcoal filter in the top part.
Right.
That makes the water taste better. Hey, Tribe, if we ever have to use our mini Sawyers, the life straws, mini Sawyers, shit's going to be miserable. I ain't going to lie to you. Yeah. It's going to be miserable. Because look, we put the tap water in these, got it out the sink in the resort, and I drank it. I took like 6 big gulps. When I tell you that water tastes like absolute piss, I don't know what piss tastes like, but that's what that water tastes like, bro.
It's nasty as shit.
If we think we're going to be running around in shift and WROL with these life straws and these minis, enjoying dirty water, bro, it's not gonna. I'm so glad I did it because I know it tastes like ocean water. Salty, warm, salty ocean water. But it filtered all of the stuff out of it. So I did some research, and in Africa, the water out of the tap, it's gray water, it's wastewater, shit piss. It's all. They filter it so that it looks crystal clear. It looks like clean drinking water, but they don't filter out anything, the parasites, all that stuff. It's all in it. I did research before we did it.
Man.
And so I drank it 6 big gulps, bro. And like, I'm telling you, it tastes like hot ocean water. So when things go left and we got like, life straws and the Sawyer minis, just be prepared, fam, for the water to taste like, you know what I'm saying? Don't think it's gonna taste like crystal, like, what is it? What's the water we be drinking? The fancy waters?
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Deer Park and
Francesca
or some shit. I don't know.
It is not gonna taste like that. I just want people to know ahead of time, just so they know. Yeah, something as simple as that. It's not gonna be fun. So we got
freshwater springs and shit. We got a place close to our house where we could go and get water that's just coming straight off the mountain. That's good to drink right then and there, like boom, bam, bit.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Look, but for our city folks, once the bottled water runs out and we start grabbing, like the life straws and the Sawyer minis,
yeah,
it's gonna be rough, tribe.
Yeah.
It's no electricity, so no ice, no refrigeration. It's gonna be hot, pissy water.
Just gotta pray it don't happen, man. We gotta be smart and protect this thing we call America, man.
By all means necessary.
For our kids and for our grandkids and so on.
By all means necessary, bro.
Lord have mercy.
Yep. Seriously.
Yep. No
doubt.
Man.
That's it though, bro. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've been going 2 hours. I didn't realize we were going 2 hours, man. But I appreciate the fuck out of it, man. This opened my eyes to some shit that I just wasn't thinking about, man. And it makes me think deeper about shit.
Yeah, I appreciate stuff a whole lot more, bro.
Yeah. Just you talking to me, man. It makes me so I can't imagine witnessing and living it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, you'd be like, God damn it. I can see you now, bro. You'd be like, holy shit.
I would have been miserable, man. I'd have been miserable. Been all right.
Nah, you like people, bro. You'd have been all right. The people would have pulled you through. Yeah. Yeah, you'd be all right.
Man. We'll have to do this again sometime, man. I know you're pacing yourself with the YouTube shit and shit, man. But you know, we'll do it again, man. We always jump into it. We always get into it, man. If something pops off or something, man. You know, we always stay in touch. We always talking. So
yeah, man, it's popping off. There's gonna be a lot to talk about.
Hopefully everybody in the chat and everybody who watches, man, they got a chance to see us together again and got the chance to see you and shit, man. I know people have been, asking questions and wondering and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm around, chilling, living life. Yeah.
Apocalyptic Awakening, man. Check it out. Josh be
That's
over
right.
there. He'll drop some shit. Look, we ain't dead. We got the whole rest of our lives ahead of us, man. You never know. I mean,
absolutely.
We got years to go, so we just pacing ourselves on this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
We trying to last. You know what I mean? We're trying to last.
Yeah, enjoying the ride.
But I appreciate everybody who came in and hung out with us, man. I appreciate y'all always being here, man. I seen all y'all in the chat. I know we were doing our thing, but we haven't hung out in like a year, so it was kind of just me and Josh going back and forth. I didn't mean to ignore y'all and not listen to y'all, man. It's just, we get into our vibe since we ain't hung so long on a live stream. Plus the whole story of Africa, man, is just very intriguing. You know what I mean? Like, I had a million questions, but I appreciate all y'all. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I do actually. Look, hey, I just pulled up my cell phone, so I haven't been able to hear the chat. And I just want to say, Worm, where the hell you been at, man? I ain't seen Worm in forever, bro.
I haven't seen him neither, man. He don't come until you come up on the joint.
Nah, bro, I ain't seen Worm in forever. So many people. Jane. Man, so many people, bro. It's good to see y'all. Virginia Bushcrafter, Cherokee. What up, Cherokee? You know what it is. Man, it's just good to see Candle. It's good to see people.
Man, a lot of people came in, man. I was seeing the people jumping in there, man. A lot of people I ain't seen in a long time, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Thomas, something to watch. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
man.
All right, man. That's it. I'm gonna see what's going on in the Middle East. That's what I'm watching.
Yep, me too, man. That's probably what I'm going to turn on. I'm going to see if Lookner's on, see if he can tell me any info, what's going on with Iran, and I might play the game for a minute with Nisi, and then off to the next one, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, man. You know that. And everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all. We going to dip up out of here, man. Had a good time tonight, man. For real, man. I missed this shit.
Yeah, bro. Me too. Good conversation, dog. Real conversation. With substance.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This one for the books right here.
Bro, America is the best place on the planet. Like you said, we need to do our best to kind of preserve it and keep it that way for the kids, bro.
Yeah, we need to protect this motherfucker for real. But
bro.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We all are. We're the ones that really give a fuck, man. We're all trying. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all have a great night. Peace out.
Peace out, fam.